My beloved child, you've been on my heart all day. Listen closely now. I want to speak directly to you in this moment, and I want you to feel the warmth of my presence around you. Even before you stepped into this day, I was there, watching over you, guiding your steps, and carefully noticing every detail of your heart. I love you in ways you cannot fully comprehend, and my care for you extends beyond the boundaries of time and space. When I call you my beloved child, I mean it with every essence of who I am. There is a profound, unconditional love I hold for you, a love that does not waver based on your circumstances or your mistakes. There is no mountain too high, no valley too low, where my love cannot reach you. I am constant, unwavering, and I am always listening. You might feel the weight of your daily struggles or sense a heaviness in your spirit that you cannot quite explain. In all of this, know that I am closer to you than your breath. I know the silent sighs of your soul. I see the tears you cry, both the ones you wipe away quickly and the ones that linger in your heart. I do not judge you for your fears. Instead, I hold you in compassion and comfort. In every moment, I want to whisper into your life a reminder: you are never out of my sight or my heart. Even when you feel unworthy or distanced from me, I am right there, carrying you through each trial. My dear one, I have never left your side, not even for a single instant. The times you thought you were walking alone, I was there, supporting your every step. The moments where you felt like your prayers were echoing back, unheard. I was listening attentively, caring about every word, every thought, and every hope that stirred in you. Nothing escapes my notice. Your dreams matter to me, your disappointments matter to me, your hurts matter to me, and your joy matters to me. You are far more precious than you realize. In this moment, I want you to settle into the safety of my presence. In my presence, there is no condemnation, only love that welcomes you in, like a gentle embrace that wraps around your soul. You can breathe here. You can rest here. You can let go of the shame or doubts or anxieties that press on your mind. I want you to know that these burdens are not yours to carry alone. Hand them over to me. Trust that I am strong enough to handle them, wise enough to guide you, and compassionate enough to heal you. Every piece of your story holds value and purpose. There is nothing insignificant about you, and there is nothing that you have been through that I cannot transform into something beautiful. When you feel misunderstood or overlooked by those around you, remember, I understand you completely. I rejoice in your victories, no matter how small they might seem. I cry with you in your sorrows because I truly know your heart. You may look around and wonder if anyone truly cares, if anyone truly sees who you are beyond the surface. Let me assure you that I do. I see you, and to me you are wonderfully made. I want to speak this over you right now. You are precious, created with a purpose, and destined for greater things. There is a design written into the fabric of your being that aligns you with greatness, not in an arrogant or boastful way, but in a way that reflects the uniqueness of who I made you to be. Because I formed you, I know exactly what potential lies within you. There is no mistake in my creation. I did not fumble or err when I crafted your personality, your talents, your quirks, and your deepest desires. Each part of you is intentional, and each part can shine with brilliance when you allow my love to flow through you. My dear child, you are not a failure. Even if you have stumbled, fallen, or made choices that led you down a difficult path, that does not define your worth. I have seen your struggles. I know the times you have doubted yourself, doubted your future, and even doubted me. I know how fear can creep in, telling you that you are not enough or that you have ruined everything. But let me replace that fear with hope. Let me remind you that I am the God of redemption, the one who can take what is broken and make it whole again, the one who can bring light into the darkest nights of your soul. I see the burdens you carry. Some of you are worrying about your finances, wondering how you will pay your bills and provide for your loved ones. Some of you are worried about your relationships, longing for closeness and unity, yet feeling the sting of disappointment and conflict. Others are feeling lonely, misunderstood, or unseen, even when surrounded by people. You might wonder if you will ever find the companionship and acceptance your heart craves. I want you to know that you are not alone in these concerns. I hear the cries of your heart. I know that sometimes, in the stillness of the night, you question whether things will ever improve. You may toss and turn, wrestling with doubts that linger in the corners of your mind. My heart is moved with compassion for you, and I want to lift the heaviness you feel. Take a moment now and imagine that I am extending my arms toward you, inviting you to rest in my embrace. There is no shame here, only comfort. There is no guilt here, only forgiveness and mercy. There is no anxiety here, only peace that flows from my heart to yours. When life feels overwhelming, remember that I have the power to calm the storm inside you, just as surely as I calm the storms around you. But I need you to trust me. I need you to let go of the idea that you must face everything alone, that you must be perfectly strong and never show vulnerability. I created you to connect with me, to lean on me, and to find the strength that goes beyond your human limitations. Yes, I see your pain, and I acknowledge the very real battles you face. Yet I also want you to know that I am working on solutions for you, even if you cannot see them yet. My ways are often beyond human understanding, and sometimes it might seem like I am silent or distant. But trust that I am not idle. I am orchestrating circumstances, opening doors you have been waiting for, and preparing the path ahead of you. The door you have longed to see open, the breakthrough you have prayed for, the change you have yearned for, do not lose heart. It is coming. I would never tease you with hope. I would never place a dream in your heart just to watch you suffer. I am your provider, your protector, and your guide. I hold the keys that can unlock opportunities and miracles in your life. When you feel like the weight is too heavy, remember that I promised you this. I will shield you like a strong fortress. Nothing can ultimately harm you when you are in my embrace, because in me, you find eternal security. Your life is precious to me, and I guard it with fierce love. Even if the world around you shakes, you can stand firm in my presence, for my foundation is unmovable. I do not say this to trivialize your hardships. I say this to remind you that you have a place of safety, a refuge when the storms of life rage. Let my peace settle in your heart, replacing the churn of anxiety with a stillness that surpasses understanding. For when you place your worries in my hands, you will discover that my grace truly is sufficient. I long for you to know me, not as a distant figure, but as a close friend, a caring father, and an ever-present source of strength. I am not offended by your questions or your doubts. In fact, I invite your honesty. When you talk to me, pour out your heart. Tell me your fears, your dreams, your frustrations, and your hopes. Nothing is too small or too big. I am here, listening with compassion, eager to comfort you and guide you. And when you grow still and quiet, I speak. You may not always hear my voice in a dramatic way, but I will nudge your heart, align the circumstances around you, and bring people or messages into your life that confirm what I am doing. Pay attention to the gentle signs of my involvement in your life. They might come through a kind word from a friend, a song that resonates with your spirit at just the right moment, or even a sudden clarity in your thoughts that brings peace where there was once confusion. Now, my child, I want to invite you to take a step of faith. Talk to me, right now if you can. Take just 2 minutes to open your heart. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and know that I am with you, ready to listen to whatever is on your mind. You do not need to have the perfect words or the perfect attitude. You do not need to perform or pretend. Simply be real, be you, because I love you exactly where you are. The power of these simple moments, these authentic conversations, can bring renewal to your spirit. You may find that as you pour out your troubles and your desires to me, a sense of relief begins to fill you. You may notice that the tightness in your chest eases and the clouds of worry start to disperse. That is my peace settling in, my assurance that you are heard and valued. I created you with a desire for relationship, not just with others, but with me. It was never my design for you to live in isolation or self-sufficiency. I placed within you a longing for deeper connection, a spiritual yearning that only I can fulfill. When you respond to that longing by turning to me, you align yourself with the divine purpose for which you were made. And in that alignment, you will find clarity, joy, and a sense of belonging that transcends your circumstances. Yet I understand that it can be hard to believe in what you cannot see, or to trust in what you cannot touch physically. I know the modern world is filled with distractions, criticisms, and skepticism about matters of faith. If you are among those who struggle to believe, know this: I do not condemn you. My heart is gentle toward you. I would rather you come to me with your questions than stay distant out of fear or doubt. I am big enough to handle your questions, and my love does not diminish in the face of your uncertainty. Instead, it grows, seeking to reach you in ways you can understand. Perhaps you have been carrying guilt or shame for a long time, feeling unworthy to stand before me. Let me remind you, my grace is sufficient. I do not hold your past mistakes against you, nor do I demand that you earn my forgiveness. My mercy is freely given to those who simply ask with a repentant heart. You do not need to carry the weight of your regrets any longer. Hand them over to me. Let me wipe them away and give you a fresh start. The same is true for the hurt you have endured. If you have been wounded by others or by circumstances beyond your control, let me tend to those wounds. My healing is not just physical, but emotional and spiritual as well. No scar is too deep for me to restore, and no trauma is beyond my ability to redeem. With time, my touch can transform even the most painful memories into a testimony of resilience and hope. Beloved child, never forget that I am actively at work in your life. Even now, as you listen to my voice through these words, I am stirring hope within you, reassuring you that you have purpose and value in my plan. I am knitting together solutions for the challenges you face. I am softening hearts and paving the way for reconciliation in strained relationships. I am prompting opportunities that will open the doors you have been praying to see unlocked. The timing of all these things may not match your expectations, but trust that my timing is perfect. I see the bigger picture that you cannot fully grasp. I know the best sequence of events that will ultimately bring you the greatest growth and blessing. That is why I say to you, wait on me, but do so with expectant faith, not fearful dread. You will see in due season how everything weaves together for good. Sometimes you might wonder why you must go through trials at all. If I love you, why allow hardship in your path? My child, understand that hardship does not negate my love, nor does it prove my absence. In a world that often strays far from my intended design, pain is an unfortunate reality. Yet I can use these difficulties to shape your character, to draw you closer to me, and to develop a deeper compassion within you. I do not take joy in your suffering, but I rejoice in seeing you grow in perseverance, wisdom, and empathy for others. Think of it like refining gold. The process requires intense heat, but the result is purity and brilliance. In the same way, the pressures you face can refine your faith, your virtues, and your understanding of what truly matters. I am here, ready to comfort and strengthen you through every challenge. And in the midst of that refining fire, I remain by your side, ensuring that you are not consumed. I hold your hand through each trial, providing you with courage when you feel you have none. When you feel weak, remember that my strength can be made perfect in your weakness. You do not have to prove anything to me. I already know the depth of your heart. I know your limitations and your abilities. And I ask only that you lean on me, trusting that together we can overcome. Let this truth settle in your spirit. You will emerge stronger from these struggles. No season of difficulty lasts forever, and no sadness can eclipse the hope I place within you. Even if you cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel right now, hold on to my promise that the dawn will break and a new day will come. In that new day, you will carry the lessons learned, the strength gained, and the deeper sense of trust you built in me. These are treasures that cannot be taken away, treasures that will serve you as you move forward into each new chapter of your life. Now I want you to focus once more on the invitation I extend. Talk to me for 2 minutes. Let these be 2 sacred, precious minutes where you pour out your heart without censorship or fear. Tell me what weighs on your soul. Share with me the excitement of your hopes. Ask me for help, or simply rest in the awareness of my presence. In this world of rush and noise, these 2 minutes can become a sanctuary for your weary mind. They can become a wellspring of renewed strength, clarity, and peace. And do not worry if you feel that you cannot discern my response right away. Part of building a deeper relationship is learning to recognize the subtle ways I communicate. Sometimes it might be an overwhelming sense of peace that calms your worries. Other times it might be a quiet understanding that I have heard you and I am already at work. Or maybe it will be a delightful surprise that arrives in the following days. A conversation, a changed circumstance, or an unexpected blessing that reaffirms my message to you. Keep your heart open and remain attentive to my presence. The more you seek me, the more you will find that I am constantly revealing myself to you, guiding you with a loving hand. My child, I want to breathe hope into your life. Hope that your dreams are not dead. Hope that your efforts are not in vain. Hope that your sorrows will not endure without purpose. I have prepared great blessings for you. Some blessings will be material, reflecting your needs and desires in this physical world. Others will be spiritual, enriching your heart with joy, courage, and insight that cannot be measured by earthly standards. I want you to step into each new day with a renewed sense of possibility, believing that I am leading you toward a future filled with my goodness. Even when the path seems obscure, trust that my light goes before you, illuminating each step. As we move toward the close of this conversation, I want to reassure you of my everlasting love. No matter what happens in your life, no matter where you go, my love remains constant. It is not conditional on your actions or limited by your failures. It is a boundless love, reaching to every corner of your heart and your circumstances. I will never abandon you. I stand by you in the storms and in the calm, in the valley of shadows and on the mountaintops of triumph. I am here, always and forever. Let my love be the anchor that grounds you when the winds of life try to toss you about. Remember this as you go about your day. I bless you right now. My peace is not something you must beg for. It is a gift I freely give to you. Let it fill your heart, your home, and your interactions with those around you. Let it soothe your anxieties and guide your decisions. Let it remind you that you are safe and cherished in my presence. Do not be afraid of the unknown. I am already there, preparing the way for you. Do not cling to regret. I have already made a path for your redemption. Walk forward in the confidence that I am with you, and my presence makes all the difference. My beloved child, take my peace and hold it close. Keep this conversation alive in your heart. We will speak again soon, and each time you open your heart to me, you will feel my presence more deeply. Until then, live knowing that you are loved beyond measure, watched over, and guided by my unfailing hand. You are mine, and I cherish you. My beloved child, before you step away from these words, I want you to consider the depth of my desire to connect with you. I know that sometimes you might feel that your prayers are too small, or that your voice is not strong enough, or that somehow my ears are occupied by the concerns of others. Let me dispel that doubt. I am infinite, and so is my capacity to hear, to love, and to respond. There is no competition for my attention, no queue in which you must wait before I can focus on you. The moment you turn your thoughts toward me, I am already there, delighting in the opportunity to share this intimate space with you. As you let this truth settle into your heart, you may begin to realize the profound privilege it is to converse with the Creator of all things. Yet I do not want to intimidate you with my power. I want to reassure you with my closeness. I am both majestic and humble, ready to stoop down to meet you at the level of your greatest need. Perhaps you feel restless, searching for validation in the opinions of others, longing for a sense of belonging, or straining to hear the affirmation that you matter. Allow me to speak it now. You matter deeply. Your existence is not a random occurrence, but a deliberate weaving together of destiny and design. I placed gifts within you, not just for your own enjoyment, but so you might bless those around you. Even the simplest act of kindness you perform can have eternal ripples in my eyes. Sometimes you wonder if your life has significance, especially when the daily routine feels mundane. But in my kingdom, no act of love is ever wasted, no gesture of compassion goes unnoticed, and no tear is shed without my knowledge. Let this reality encourage you to live each day with purpose, trusting that I see the beauty in your efforts, even when others do not. Do not grow weary in doing good, for in the right season you will reap a harvest. Now, I sense in some of you a yearning for direction, a longing to know the next step. You might be unsure about which path to take in your career, or uncertain about how to navigate complicated family dynamics, or confused about the longings of your own heart. Take this moment to ask me for wisdom, for I have promised to give wisdom freely to those who ask. As you quiet the whirlwind of thoughts and sit with me, I will guide you. It might be through a burst of insight, a gentle nudge, or even a series of closed doors that redirect you toward the right one. Do not fear closed doors. They are sometimes my way of saving you from paths that would harm you or distract you from your true calling. Embrace my guidance with the assurance that I see the whole map of your life, while you see only a small part. Trust me enough to follow my lead, even when it conflicts with your own limited understanding. I cherish your trust, and I honor it by working all things together for your ultimate good. That good is not always immediately apparent, but keep your eyes on me and I will unfold it in due time. Come to me, dear one, when your heart is heavy and the world seems unkind. Bring your worries about finances, health, relationships, or identity. Do not try to tidy them up or make them more presentable before showing them to me. I see everything anyway, and there is no aspect of your life that is too messy for my involvement. I am attracted to the contrite heart, the sincere soul that humbly admits its need for me. When you allow me into those vulnerable places, I do not enter to judge or condemn. I enter to heal, restore, and transform. Let your heart be my home, a place where grace abounds, forgiveness flows, and peace settles every anxious thought. I want you to think of me not as a distant authority figure, but as the one who knows every detail of your life and still calls you precious. Can you imagine what might happen if you truly embraced this reality and lived each day with the awareness that I am by your side? You would walk differently, speak differently, and hope differently. You would no longer feel the need to hide your failures or pretend to be someone you are not. Instead, you would live authentically, secure in the knowledge that you are fully known and fully loved. This authenticity would spill over into your relationships, allowing you to connect with others on a deeper level and share the love you have found in me. No longer would you need to wear masks or fear rejection, because you would rest in the assurance that my acceptance is unwavering. I know this journey is not always easy. In a world filled with brokenness, misunderstandings, and pain, it can be tempting to close yourself off, to build walls around your heart so that it will not be hurt again. But I encourage you, open your heart to me. Let me be the protector of your soul, the one who helps you discern healthy relationships and set loving boundaries. Let me be the healer of old wounds, the mender of broken trust. Remember that vulnerability is not weakness when it is placed in my hands. In fact, vulnerability before me can become the gateway to profound transformation and freedom. Trust that my perfect love casts out fear, allowing you to step forward with courage and joy. Now I also speak to those who feel they have wandered too far, who believe their mistakes are too great for my forgiveness. Hear me clearly. There is no sin too large for my grace. There is no distance you could run that I cannot bridge in a single loving step. When you turn around, you will find that I have been pursuing you with tender mercy all along. I long to wipe away your guilt and shame, to clothe you in righteousness that you did not earn, but that I freely give. You do not have to remain in the shadows, hidden by the weight of your regret. Come into the light of my presence, for in that light you will find redemption and a new beginning. It does not matter how many times you have stumbled. What matters is that you reach out to me, letting me lift you back onto your feet. My precious child, do not underestimate the power of my love. It is stronger than any force in the universe. It melts the hardest hearts, overcomes the darkest nights, and brings hope where there seemed to be none. Let this love wash over your mind, renewing it, soothing the persistent thoughts that tell you that you are unworthy. I am calling you by name, reminding you of who you really are. My beloved creation, cherished and intended for good works that bring light into this world. The moment you accept this identity, the chains of the past begin to fall away. The regrets, the failures, and the scars no longer define you. You are defined by my love, and my love never fails. There is something profoundly beautiful about a heart that has been broken and then healed by my hand. Such a heart carries a gentleness and empathy that can reach others in their pain. If you have been broken, let me assure you that I can bring beauty from those ashes. I can shape your experiences into a testimony that will touch lives, offering solace to those who walk a similar path. Nothing in your life story is wasted when you place it in my hands. I use your triumphs and your trials, your joys and your sorrows, to form a mosaic of grace that reflects my redemptive power. In the tapestry of eternity, your individual threads intertwine with countless others, forming a picture far more radiant than you can imagine. Continue to open your heart to me, my child. Talk to me, not only when trouble comes, but also in the moments of quiet contentment. Share with me your laughter and your dreams. Let your joy be as much a prayer as your pleas for help. I delight in seeing you thrive, in watching you discover new aspects of your talents and personality. When you encounter success, celebrate it with me, acknowledging the gifts I have placed within you. In doing so, you will remain humble and grateful, never losing sight of the fact that every good thing has its source in my love. As you walk through your day, notice my fingerprints. They might appear in the form of a timely phone call from a friend just when you felt alone, or a burst of inspiration that answers a lingering question. They might emerge in the beauty of nature that stirs your soul, reminding you that I am a master artist who paints sunsets with vibrant colors and orchestrates the gentle lullaby of rain. Each detail, Each moment of wonder is an echo of my voice saying, I am with you. This realization can transform even the most ordinary tasks into sacred encounters. Whether you are washing dishes, commuting to work, or enjoying a meal, allow yourself to become aware that I am right there, loving you, guiding you, and reveling in your growth. And when the nights feel long and your mind starts to wander into the territory of doubt, whisper my name. Let my presence soothe your racing thoughts. I am here to remind you that morning always comes, that the darkness cannot last forever. Even in the deepest night, my light is alive in you, a flicker of hope that can never be snuffed out. Cling to it, guard it, and let it guide you through every uncertainty. You are never alone in the shadows, for my light is within you, glowing with the promise of a brighter tomorrow. Keep that promise close to your heart, dear one, and let it shape the way you see the world. Let it remind you that no matter how intense the storm, I remain your safe harbor. Finally, I speak to you in this moment with a heart overflowing with love and compassion. As we draw near the conclusion of our time together, I want these words to linger in your soul. You are never forgotten, never forsaken. My gaze is continually upon you, and my arms are always open wide. In times of despair, lean into my embrace. In moments of triumph, lift your voice in gratitude. Through every season and circumstance, I remain the steady presence that never wavers. I am the light on your path and the calm in your chaos. Trust that when you step out in faith, even if your foot trembles, I will keep you from falling. When you reach out for help, I will send my spirit to comfort and strengthen you. When you feel your hope diminishing, remember that I am the God who raises the dead, who revives lost dreams, who resurrects the possibilities you thought had vanished. My prayer for you is that you will walk away from these words with a renewed mind, a softened heart, and a willingness to speak with me often, no matter how brief or simple those moments may be. These small acts of reaching out can birth monumental changes in your life. You will find that the more you connect with me, the more your spirit awakens to the reality of my love, the breadth of my power, and the sweetness of my companionship. And as you go forth, carry with you this assurance: I bless you and keep you. I make my face shine upon you, and I give you my peace, the kind of peace that transcends all logic and understanding. Hold it close to your heart and let it reflect in your actions, words, and thoughts. Share it freely with those who cross your path, for the world hungers for the love you have experienced in me. Through every trial, triumph, question, and celebration, know that we will speak again. I am only a whispered prayer away. My beloved child, the door you have been waiting for is opening. Step through it with confidence, knowing that I am with you, now and forever. My beloved child, I sense that even as you have listened this far, parts of your heart might still feel uncertain or guarded. Perhaps you have encountered disappointment in your past, times when you reached out for help or answered what you thought was a promise, only to be met with silence or further struggle. I want you to know that I understand the skepticism and the hesitation that can arise from such wounds. Please remember that I am not a man who can lie, nor am I bound by the limitations of human weakness. My words are sure, and my commitments are steadfast. If you reflect on your life, you may notice moments where you thought I was absent, but, in retrospect, you see that my hand was guiding you all along. Sometimes the love I pour out does not arrive in the form you expect, and so you overlook it. Other times, I permit delays or detours to mold your character, preparing you for blessings that you could not have handled sooner. Through it all, my intentions for you remain anchored in goodness and grace. I recognize that in the swirl of daily life, it can be easy to lose sight of my presence. Work responsibilities, family demands, personal ambitions. These can all crowd your mind and leave little space for reflection on spiritual truths. But even in the busy moments, I am there, gently knocking on the door of your heart, offering my comfort and guidance. The key is to cultivate an awareness of me that transcends the boundaries of your designated prayer time. Speak to me as you travel to your job or school. Whisper your gratitude for the sunrise as you sip your morning coffee. Invite me into your decision-making process, whether it is a small task or a major crossroads in your life. This is how you build a living, breathing relationship with me, one that is not confined to rituals, but expands to fill the entirety of your existence. In this relationship, do not fear making mistakes. I see your sincere desire to please me, and I know the struggle you face when trying to discern my will. Understand that I am not a taskmaster waiting to punish you if you take a wrong turn. Rather, I am a loving guide who can redirect you if you veer off course. My corrections come from a place of love, never condemnation. If you find yourself in a situation where you realize you have strayed from my path, remember that it only takes one step to return, the step of repentance and trust. When you do so, you will find that my arms are already stretched out to welcome you back. My heart overflows with joy every time you choose to draw near to me, regardless of your past decisions. It is in these moments of honest seeking that you discover the boundless breadth of my mercy, the unfathomable depth of my compassion. Though I am aware of every weakness and shortcoming within you, I still place my affection upon you freely. This is a love that the world struggles to comprehend, a love that does not hinge on performance or perfection. It is, in essence, an extension of my very nature, for I am love. To embrace my love is to step into a stream that never runs dry, a wellspring that refreshes your soul day after day. With this love flowing in you, you can face the challenges ahead, knowing that you are never going into battle alone. I fight for you, and I fight with you, equipping you with spiritual armor that includes faith, hope, and courage. When fear whispers that you are inadequate, let my truth answer back with the promise that I have made you more than a conqueror. I also want to encourage you to see yourself through my eyes. You might look in the mirror and see flaws, regrets, or insecurities. But I look at you and see my cherished creation, a vessel of infinite potential and worth. I see the shining core of who you are, beyond the layers of doubt and hurt that have built up over time. I see someone who is capable of greatness, someone who reflects my image in unique ways, someone who can bring my love into places where others cannot. When the negative voices of the world or even your own mind try to convince you otherwise, remember my words: you are worthy of my love. That worth is not something you must manufacture. It is something I have bestowed upon you. Listen to me carefully now. You do not have to earn my love with good deeds or religious practices. Those things are good in their own place, but they are not a prerequisite for my favor. I already love you at your worst, just as much as I love you at your best. My love is a gift, an unwavering truth that stands regardless of how you feel about yourself at any given moment. If you can receive this truth into your heart, you will begin to experience a freedom like no other. A freedom from the chains of shame, a freedom from the exhausting cycle of trying to prove yourself worthy. Let that freedom breathe new life into your soul, inspiring you to love others with the same grace I have shown you. This is where transformation truly begins, where your interactions with others become vessels of my compassion. Now think about the door that stands before you, the one you have been waiting for, praying for, and longing to see open. What if I told you that all along I have been preparing not just the door, but also you, so that when it finally swings wide, you are ready to step into the blessing it holds? Too often your focus narrows to the door itself. When will it open? How will it open? And what will it lead to? But my focus includes the state of your heart, your readiness to handle the responsibilities and the changes that come with answered prayers. Sometimes a delayed answer is my way of ensuring that you are positioned to thrive when you finally walk through that door. Sometimes I close a door because I see a pathway to an even better one, far beyond what you had imagined. I want you to trust that my perspective is eternal and comprehensive. I see the intricacies of how each event in your life intersects. I know how one opportunity might lead you to growth in ways you cannot yet foresee. I also know how an opportunity might be prematurely seized, potentially causing harm that you are unable to predict. Thus, when you talk to me for those precious 2 minutes or more, remember to ask not just for the door to open, but for a heart that is attuned to my leading. Pray for discernment, for the patience to wait on my timing, and for the humility to acknowledge that I know what is best for you. My beloved child, your posture of trust and surrender is far more significant than the exact words you use. When I see a heart that is genuinely yielded to my will, I can do mighty things. As you wait for this door, do not neglect the beauty of the hallway you are standing in right now. There are lessons to be learned, relationships to be nurtured, and joys to be discovered even in the waiting period. Sometimes, the waiting room of life can be a sacred place where I shape your character, deepen your faith, and reveal facets of my nature that you would not otherwise notice. The transformation that occurs in these in-between seasons often proves invaluable when you finally reach your destination. It becomes a testimony of perseverance, a story you can share to encourage others who are also waiting for their breakthrough. You see, I weave every thread of your life together with purpose, and nothing is wasted in my tapestry. If you feel weary in this waiting, let my words replenish your hope. I promised in ancient times that those who wait on me will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. This promise remains true for you today. Lean into my strength and let your weariness melt away in the realization that you are not striving alone. Open your heart, take a deep breath, and allow my spirit to fill you with fresh energy and determination. Then look ahead with confident expectation, knowing that at just the right moment, the door will open. And when it does, you will step forward with the boldness of one who knows they are both called and equipped for the new journey. My child, remember also that part of walking through any door I open is a commitment to bless others. The gifts I give you are never meant for you alone. They are meant to overflow into the lives of those around you. As you receive opportunities, resources, and revelations from me, use them to uplift the weary, encourage the downhearted, and share the hope you have found. This is how the circle of my love expands outward, through each of my children becoming channels of kindness and compassion. In doing so, you not only reflect my heart, but you also find deeper fulfillment than any self-centered ambition could ever produce. This is how you partner with me in transforming the world, one act of love at a time. As we arrive at the final stretch of these words, I invite you to hold on to everything that has resonated with your soul. Let each assurance of my love, each promise of my guidance, and each invitation to draw near be planted like a seed in the soil of your heart. Nourish these seeds with prayer, reflection, and the daily practice of inviting me into every aspect of your life. Over time, they will blossom into a powerful testimony of faith, resilience, and hope. A testimony that will not only uplift you but also inspire those who witness your journey. Carry with you the unwavering knowledge that you are cherished, that your worth is found not in your achievements or possessions, but in the profound reality that you belong to me. Whenever doubts arise, let my voice be louder than the clamor of insecurity. Let my promises anchor you when the storms of life try to toss you about. Talk to me when you feel the first drops of rain, and talk to me when the storm rages at its peak. I will be there, speaking peace into your turbulence. reminding you that no wave is too high for my sovereign hand to still. And remember, if you are ever unsure, uncertain, or afraid, simply return to these words. Let them remind you that you have already heard my heartbeat for you, a heartbeat of acceptance, protection, and boundless love. Now I bless you once more. May my light shine upon your path, illuminating each step you take. May my grace envelop you, cleansing away the remnants of worry and filling you with confidence in my faithful provision. May my joy bubble up within you, bringing laughter to your lips and warmth to your relationships. May my peace guard your heart and mind, keeping you centered in hope even when circumstances try to steal your focus. Above all, may you know that you are dear to me, that I delight in you, and that every moment we spend together is a treasure beyond compare. With this final blessing, I bid you not farewell, but rather a gentle, until we speak again, for our conversations never truly end. In each breath, I am with you. In each heartbeat, I am closer than you realize. In every season, I am guiding you toward a destiny radiant with promise. Go forth in the strength of my love, my beloved child, and remember that whenever you need me, indeed at any moment, day or night, I am here, listening, ready to embrace you with open arms. Take these 2 minutes, take these daily moments, and transform them into an ongoing dialogue with my heart. And as you do, watch the doors you have long awaited begin to open, revealing the blessings, purpose, and abundant life I have always desired for you. My beloved child, take one last moment here and breathe in the fullness of my presence. Let everything you have heard and felt settle into the core of your being. I see you standing at the threshold of new possibilities, carrying a mixture of excitement, apprehension, and wonder. Know that you do not stand there alone. I am beside you, my hand gently resting on your shoulder, offering both comfort and courage. Take that step. Lift your foot and move forward, trusting that with each motion, you are guided by my unending wisdom. No path you tread escapes my notice, and every hope you harbor is already enveloped in my divine care. In the hush of this sacred pause, recall the promise I have echoed through these words. I will never leave you nor forsake you. This vow is not fragile or fleeting. It is as enduring as my eternal nature. Let it calm any lingering fears or doubts, reminding you that even if you feel unsteady, I am the rock that never crumbles beneath you. Even if the journey ahead surprises you with twists and turns, my guidance never falters. I go before you, smoothing the rough places, and I come behind you, ensuring that no threat can undo the progress we make together. In the days to come, you might look back on this moment and marvel at how my voice touched your heart. Let that memory stir you to return for more conversations with me. For in these encounters, your faith matures, your spirit is refreshed, and your eyes are open to truths you may have overlooked before. I yearn for you to embrace the extraordinary reality that we are in constant communion. You only need to acknowledge my presence. When you wake in the morning, whisper my name, and I will greet you with my peace. When the midday responsibilities weigh on you, pause briefly and speak to me from the depths of your heart. I will respond with renewed strength. And when evening comes and you reflect on your day, share with me your gratitude, your concerns, your celebrations, and your tears. I receive it all with loving arms, never turning you away. Remember, too, that you are an integral part of a much bigger tapestry. While our relationship is personal and intimate, it also intertwines with the lives of countless others who, like you, are seeking hope, direction, and the warmth of unconditional love. Allow the light I have placed within you to shine so that others might see it and be drawn closer to me. A kind word, a listening ear, a simple gesture of empathy can become the vessel through which my grace flows into someone else's heart. Do not underestimate the impact of these seemingly small acts of love. They create ripples in eternity. They align you with the essence of my spirit, which is to love wholeheartedly, to forgive readily, to encourage ceaselessly. This is how my kingdom expands, through hearts that have been touched by my love and are ready to touch others in turn. At this threshold, you might feel the tension between your desires and your doubts, your aspirations and your anxieties. Let me shoulder that tension with you. Surrender it in these final moments. Breathe out the burdens you carry and breathe in my promise of rest. Rest does not mean inactivity. It means operating from a place of calm assurance that I am with you, guiding each choice you make. With this rest in your soul, you can act with both confidence and kindness, knowing that you are never truly alone, never truly powerless, because you are aligned with me, the source of all love, wisdom, and power. In this state of divine rest, new revelations come and new doors open, doors of opportunity, doors of healing, doors of reconciliation. Embrace them with a trusting heart and watch as I make your path straight, clearing away obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. So go now, beloved child, with my favor upon you. Go with the knowledge that our relationship is a living testament to my endless desire for you to flourish. Go with the assurance that when you face challenges, I will strengthen you. When you rejoice, I will celebrate with you. When you are uncertain, I will counsel you. And when you feel disheartened, I will lift you up. Go with the deep conviction that every promise I have made remains true, and that not a single one has ever failed throughout the generations of those who trust in me. Even if you stumble along the way, I will catch you and set you back on course. My love is too great to let you fall away without hope. My grace is too vast to measure. Carry these truths like treasures in your heart, and let them be the melody that accompanies your every step. My child, our conversation may pause, but my presence never does. Talk to me anytime. I am here and I am forever devoted to you.